Thanks to those joining me live and to those that'll be joining me on Archive. You're listening to DStyleBoxing Live presents Boxing Conversations. We're not going to be joined by Reggie Owens today. We hope to have him back next week. Reggie Owens is battling the flu. Okay, that's what this dude's doing. So we wish Reggie Owens nothing but the best. Hope he recovers. All right. We're still on every Thursday at this time. Make sure you tune in. Make sure you throw a jab. You're listening to Archive right now. Throw a jab at that like button. Make sure that like button turns blue. I do have open forum today so people could come in. All right. The link is in the chat. I'll repost it in the chat so you can go ahead and come in. G-Funk should be joining us in the middle of the show or before. So G-Funk will be on tonight to go ahead and join us. Thank you again. Make sure you subscribe if you like the content. Make sure you hit that bell button. That way you're notified every time DStyleBoxing comes on live. Check it out. I've been a puppet, a pauper, a pirate, a poet, a pawn and a king. I've been up and down and over and out. And I know one thing. Each time I find myself flat on my face, I pick myself and get back in the race. That's life. But check it out, right? We have quite a few things to talk about here. Let me get this shit. What the hell is this? Who the hell is dialing right now, bro? Like, what the fuck is that? Anyway, apologize for that. I'll be turning the camera on momentarily. Just been moving around and all that, so don't mind me. All right. I should come on. Let's come on live here. Let's come on live right now. All right. There we go. There we go. Okay. Check it out, man. A couple of things to talk about. A couple of things. Number one. There was a fight announced. I believe it was today. And if it wasn't today, I just caught it today. And it is going to be not this fight, although we're going to be talking about this fight. Okay, no doubt about that. But we're going to talk about Ramirez Postol on February 2nd. Don't have much of a problem with the fight. Ramirez will be coming back. He is a WBO and WBC unified champion, as we all know, defeated Morris Hooker a couple weeks ago. He is, top 3 easily. Some people have him 2, some people have him 1 in a division of 140 pounds. I do believe he'll beat Josh Taylor, but that's discussion for a different day, because right here, this is a fight against Postol. And it's going to be a good way, although we all understand triangle theory and all that. I get it. But when it comes to Ramirez Postol, it's going to be a good way, a common opponent that we kind of gauge here. And Postol is dangerous. No doubt about that. Postol lost to good competition. A loss to Crawford, for example, is not a big deal. A loss to Taylor, not a big deal. The guy's still solid. So it's going to be interesting to see how this fight goes. The fight will be on ESPN, maybe ESPN Plus, who knows. But one issue I do have is that this fight's in China. Okay. China? Why are we doing this fight in China, bro? And somebody, please help me understand why we're doing this fight in China, okay? We got Haplotype here. What's up, Haplo? Haplotype, you're live.
What's up? Can you hear me?
We could hear you loud and clear, bro. How's it going?
All right. Cool. So you're talking about a fight in China?
The fight's going to be, you have this Mexican-American unified champion. Let's put him in China. Let's put him over in China. Well, what are your thoughts?
It makes so much sense if you live in a world of nonsense.
I think we do live in a world of nonsense, bro.
But, I think we do.
so I guess the fight makes sense, guys.
Totally do. It makes perfect sense in that sense.
What do you think of Ramirez against Postol? I think he wins, but what are your thoughts?
Oh, Ramirez is going to freaking kill Postol. He's going to kill him.
You think he's going to kill him? Man.
Oh, yeah. I like Ramirez.
Yeah. First of all, it's good to have you on, bro. I haven't had you on DStyleBoxing Live in a while, actually. Right.
Yeah, it's been a while. Sorry, I've been meaning to come on, but I've just been dealing with a lot of crap. A couple deaths in the family this week alone. So I apologize to you, D Style, and all the listeners for not being more active, but I will do my best to become more active, as time goes by.
I hear you, man. Michael Johnson says, I guess people in China want to watch boxing, but yeah, I get it. And I definitely started to hear about, Destiny Fallon, bro. That's never good news. And, thoughts and prayers to your family for sure. When it comes
Yeah,
to,
we had one that was expected and one that was totally unexpected. So
come on, okay, I hear you. Yeah, man, that's always tough, bro. Well, that's always
yeah,
tough for sure.
the
And
24,
24,
24 is a little too young. A little too
definitely,
young to go.
yeah, it is. That's
Yeah.
without question, bro. So definitely sorry to hear that news, bro.
hmm
So
Well,
how's
I don't
it?
want to. I don't want to mire your podcast in any kind of sadness. So let's
You're
just
good, man. It's all good. You're
move
good.
on.
Now I hear you, bro. No, that's good. Well, ain't nothing gonna happen. As far as the you know, this fight, obviously it's in China. What would you have done different? Like with Ramirez after his win over Hooker.
Well, I mean, I would think that this fight would be better served to be in LA. I mean, that's where I am. It would be convenient for me
Right.
to go see it. We got a big Latino population here, mostly Mexican,
Right.
but a lot of El Salvadorians and, various other
Ethnicities for
groups
sure.
of, yeah. We don't have many Puerto Ricans out here. I'm like the lone Puerto
Okay.
Rican. Yeah, like you don't find many of us out here, but it's more on the East Coast for some reason. I don't know why, but it's just that way. So yeah, I think it would have been better served in California, New Mexico, Texas, somewhere like that, where you have a big Latino population that's going to show up and support him, because this guy's the real deal. I really like him. I mean, as I've said before to you, I think in private conversations, but he's like a jazz musician with those combos on the inside. When he gets somebody on the ropes, you don't know. He's not like a program Amir Khan, like he's going to throw boom, 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 jab, jab, right hand, left hook. He goes upstairs, downstairs. He's like
He mixes
Charlie
it up for
Parker.
sure.
Bop, bop, you know. So I
Right.
really like him. I like his chances about Postol to me is yesterday's news, but I
What
like
about
his
Taylor?
chances. I like his chances against Taylor. To me, Taylor is not a jazz musician. Ramirez really has that unpredictable quality that makes a fighter very formidable.
It says, I don't think I've ever met a Puerto Rican in Cali in my life, other than Puerto Rican restaurant I've been to.
It's funny. I met one girl once, like in 1997,
God,
and
you got to go back to '97, bro.
in San Francisco. I was up there for a show, and she was beautiful. Oh my God! I saw her right away through the crowd, and it was like, "Who are you?" And she was like, "I'm Puerto Rican." I'm like, "Oh, now I get it."
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah.
um, that was back in '90 some. So Who knows how she looks like now? She's probably already had like 10 kids or something, you know. But I don't know. I don't know the attitude of Puerto Rican girls is worth the look, but that's a different story. I mean, Puerto Ricans in
Wait.
Northern
Which ones
California,
have you met though?
not a lot in
Have
El
you met the
Paso. No.
ones from like from New York, like the New York Puerto Rican girls? Their
No.
attitude sucks.
Okay.
Yeah, but the ones from the island, they're very cool.
Got it.
Very cool. Yeah.
Yeah. Bomb Squad says Mark here. No, Paul, there's some Puerto Rican Stockton, California. Okay, people like Northern California. It says Joe Lopez 40 ounce, but that's that. So there you go, guys. February 1st in China. Ramirez versus Postol. Very random, but that's where Top Rank's going to put them. So that's that. My issue with Top Rank has always been they will put, you know, if something makes sense for them financially short term, so I'm sure they offered them a lot of money to put on a fight over there. They're blind to the long term. Like here's a star they can build, and they're not doing it. So what are you gonna do? Let's do it in post. We'll do it in China, and then after
It's
that,
got to be that Chinese money.
it's got to be that Chinese. That's what it is. Like I said, it's that short term
Site
game
fee or something.
for sure.
Yeah.
Now, since I have you on, Anthony Joshua recently came out. Shout out to Boxing Scene. He said he is demanding that we all bow down to him if and when he beats Andy Ruiz. And he said, I'm going to come out there. I ain't going to be no pussy overnight, he said. Okay. The dude's talking tough, right? I mean, the dude's coming out there and he's like, I ain't no pussy. So what's up? You know what I mean? Big Dog Willie, I do appreciate that super chat. Baby mom is Puerto Rican. They have a hell attitude. There you go. But what are your thoughts on that, man? What are your thoughts on AJ demanding that we bow down to him if he wins this fight, and that he ain't gonna be no pussy overnight? What are your thoughts on that?
Well, first of all, I bow down to no man, and I think that's kind of a shitty thing to say. Personally, look,
Right.
AJ has his fans. He's got plenty of love in his home country, that's for sure.
Right.
Got guys like Hat Man that'll defend, anything he says or does
To the death.
To the death. Like, it's unreal. Like, come on, man. Like, this guy just got his ass whooped. I mean, literally whooped and quit. And you have people still predicting that he's going to win. People are saying he's making $85 million. I think that's a colossal lie. There's no way that he's making that much money.
Why do you think that is?
Why do I think that that's a lie?
Right.
Well, because in order for him to make $85 million, you got to think cable, we talk about this all the time.
Right.
The pay-per-view providers take half the money, right? Then you've got, maybe you get a site fee in Saudi Arabia, like let's say it was something ridiculous, like $50 million, right?
Yeah.
The Saudis might, they can afford that, of course, but they're not going to they're not stupid either, bro. They're not going to pay out their asses for something that they're going to lose money on. Let's say the site fee is $50 million. Let's just say that. Then you got pay-per-view in the UK. What is it on? Is it on DAZN here?
DAZN, yes.
Yeah, there's no way he's making $85 million. No way. No chance.
What about would like something like $40 million sound more reasonable? More likely. Or is that still
even that's stretching it, but that's definitely more reasonable.
Right.
That I could maybe make work if I, took out a piece of paper and did the math. Like, okay, if so many people buy the pay-per-view in the UK and you've got so many subscribers in the US and the site fee, then maybe 40 million would make sense, but this 85 million shit is ridiculous. There's no way.
Well, that aside, what do you think of him saying, "I ain't no pussy"? Like, is he kind of, who is he trying to convince exactly? Because he's just going out of his way telling people he ain't no pussy. Okay, and he said, "Oh, everybody's talking about how fast Ruiz's hand speed is, and he could do this and that. After I beat him, bow to me." He's saying, like, he's not just saying, "Can you guys give me my respect?" Or no, he's saying, "Bow to me," and then people wonder why some people don't like this guy. Because he talks.
You and I called the first fight, and both of us were fully expecting him to win. Just like everybody with a brain was expecting him to win. I think he's reacting to the humiliation of being defeated by Andy Ruiz the first time. Could he win this time? Maybe.
Right.
But. His mentality is clearly compromised. He has issues with the being defeated thing. Like he's dealing with a lot of demons.
Right.
And you can't predict, how that's going to affect somebody. Now, if it was somebody who we knew had a strong constitution, like, I don't know, Julio Cesar Chavez, he got defeated, or Muhammad Ali, or somebody like that, against Spinks, like, they're going to come back and they're going to fucking whoop your ass. But AJ, like, with his BS and his lack of mental fortitude, like, I just don't know, man. Like, I think it's bravado. I think he's talking a lot of S, to pump himself up.
I
don't believe it. I don't believe it.
I demand that you bow to me after I win. Like it's like, and people wonder, and his fans wonder why people were happy to see the dude lose. Like, you know what I mean? Like, what? Like, you're gonna talk to people like that. Of course, you're gonna be happy when you lose, right? Talking about bow to me, and then not only that, bro. Like, I think it's all projection. Like, oh, I ain't no pussy. Okay, so I'm gonna turn into a pussy overnight. Like, I don't know. It sounds like he's trying to convince himself, right? Is what it sounds like. And look, I don't know this guy.
I totally agree. It sounds like he's trying to convince himself. That's it in a nutshell to me.
AJ's the type of dude to talk in the mirror and hype himself up. You're the champ. You want a pussy. Says AJ 10. Oh, yeah, you the champion. You the man. You the best. Okay, you Anthony Joshua. Okay, like, dude's posing in the mirror like that, bro. Okay? Like, he's the type of dude.
Not only that, he's listening to, like,
I bet you he
kisses.
Song. This dude kisses his biceps, okay? All right? In front of the mirror, bro.
He's listening to the Karate Kid song, "You're the best around," and nothing's going to ever keep you down.
Right.
He's he's just something off about the guy.
And then just not long ago, he was talking about how win or lose, he's going to probably retire. Like, you don't talk about retiring on the way to a fight, bro.
That's a dumb move, especially in a fight where you're not in your hometown, because judges have said this, and you've heard this, I'm sure, that when fighters say that this is their last fight, et cetera, they tend to give the other guy the benefit of the doubt, the one that's going to continue on,
Right. Now, Eddie Lim says 4 of UK's pay-per-views is worth 1 of ours. Boxing Conversation, Reggie Owens in the house. Shout out to Reggie Owens recovering from the flu. Okay, he's around the 11th round with the flu right now. Okay, Eddie Lim.
I feel better, man.
Yeah, for sure. Eddie Lim, AJ isn't convincing at all. He seems a bit insecure. I do believe insecure is probably the right word. If Ruiz wins again, AJ
Yes.
better get bending at the knee, says Michael Johnson. Okay, we'll see how many more times the dude bends the knee. AJ 10, Eddie Alem, sorry, AJ will bend the knee and swear fealty to the house, Ruiz. Okay, Andrew Charles, salute to D-Style. What's going on? And Reggie Owens cannot make it today, by the way. But AJ 10, this guy's all over the place. One moment I may retire, win or lose, and then the next moment bow down to me when I win. So there you go. AJ sounded like Kovalev. I can't beat Ruiz, so dot dot dot. I just think he's talking big game right now, man, and he's going that arrogant route, and maybe it's a new persona Appletime. Maybe the good guy persona, they're throwing it out the window, and now he's trying to be a heel, right? Like, isn't that what a pro wrestler would say? Like a bad guy, like bow to me.
That could be. That could
bow
be.
to me
You
after
know?
I win.
But what matters is what's inside you. And to me, I think we've seen, what's inside of him. He's willing to capitulate. He's the era of invincibility is gone. I think Ruiz has a mental edge over him in this fight. Period.
I hear you, man. By the way, you guys, make sure you throw a jab. Throw a jab. We're almost at 20 likes. Let's get the race up. By the way, I'm being joined right now by Haplotype Impromptu, too. So good to have you on, man. Before I move on to the next topic, you have any final thoughts regarding this AJ demanding people bow to him?
I think AJ needs to stop listening to his friends and people who are around him and saying stupid things like that because, if he loses, it's going to look really bad for him.
Most definitely. Make sure you guys tune into Monday's show. It is on archive. The Aftermath show. Make sure you guys tune into that. Also, make sure you tune in on Tuesday's show, A Puncher's Chance. Great show as well with Ashley Knuckles. And yesterday, Mexican Latino Wednesday with G-Funk. Great show. Check out the Baby Nuts of the Week and top 11 Mexican fighters of all time. Now, I'm not going to make you go through.
Yeah, I heard that last night. It was really good. You guys had a very good lists.
Well, I do want to ask you since I have you on. I mean, I'm not asking you to do a full 11, but who's your numero uno? Número uno mexicano de todos los tiempos of all time.
It's tough for me because I know you guys both had Salvador Sanchez. But he died so young, like my cousin who just died yesterday at 24. How old was Salvador?
23 years old.
About the same age. It's tough to give him that number one spot for me just because, you're extrapolating out like what he could have done,
Well, beat several Hall of Famers, 9 defenses, beating Super Nelson.
Yeah,
I mean, right. I do agree with you, but I got to be honest, I'm largely basing it off of the eye test for sure.
Yeah, no, I mean, had he lived, like, he probably could have gone on to become one of the best of all time. I mean, you're talking on a Benny Leonard and Sugar Ray Robinson level. But I don't know. As far as like actual accomplishments, like,
okay,
I'd probably go, I don't know.
Well, you got Olivares, you got Chavez. Yeah.
Chavez. I like Olivares. I think he was very talented. He's one of my favorites. We've talked about this many times. I love Ruben Olivares. Like, I mean, I think watching him fight is like poetry in motion. But as far as accomplishments go, maybe Chavez. Just because he held his shit for so long and went so long undefeated. I don't know.
I hear you, bro. I mean, Chavez is solid, no doubt about that. You know what I mean? But everyone's gonna have a different opinion, of course. But this is still a solid fighter, no doubt. One of the best of all time. But Chavez, then Sanchez's big dog Willie. So there you go. Um, well, that's that. Right now, okay, because I know Haplotype's a huge fan of Chavez Jr. And I know that when it comes to Chavez Jr., you can't have enough of him, right?
Oh yeah.
So, so good
Can never
segue
get
by the way.
enough.
By the way, good segue. We're going from like it was totally unintended by the way, but we're going from father to son. Okay, like who we are like that about Chavez Senior
I
potentially
don't
big
know. I
fighter
don't know.
Mexican
Maybe,
history.
maybe not. Maybe not, son. Maybe
Yeah.
you
Wow.
know. There's some doubts there, but
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what. Okay, we all know what the dude did. Dude ran away from a test, bro. Okay, refused to take the test. Eddie Hearn tried to convince him to take the test. The dude still wouldn't take the test. All right. Um. Well, right now, the Arizona Commission legal team is reviewing the Nevada State Athletic Commission ruling, who, by the way, yesterday they extended the suspension. It was a temporary suspension, and then they extended it, right? I don't know what Arizona Commission needs to review. I mean, generally, you would think they would just honor what the Nevada State Athletic Commission ruling is, but the legal team is looking into it, aka they're trying to see what loopholes they can find. What are your thoughts on just in general this whole mess? Like Eddie Hearn is literally moved the fight from Nevada to Arizona just so he can have Chavez Jr. fight. And by the way, no VADA test for this fight.
what are my thoughts on that?
Yeah, what are your thoughts?
My thoughts are, first of all, Chavez Jr. We already know, like
Appointment.
he's a disappointment, you know. But you know, I feel bad for him in a way, in another way I don't, because like it's hard to have a father that's like so legendary, you know. Like, how do you live up to that? Um, but at the same time, you know, you try your
Right.
hardest. You don't just like give up and like be a fucking lazy bastard in your fucking pink underwear, you know, doing
Right.
mitts and in your living room.
Right.
Like, look, if you're gonna fall short of what your father did, fall short by working your hardest, you know, like
Right.
do the best you can. And I feel like he's let all these fans down. You know, he had, I mean, if you noticed, like he had a huge following. I mean, just because of the name Chavez, huge
Yep.
following, and a lot of those people, including and probably you, are over it now.
Yeah.
Bro, that is a classic fucking picture right there, man. Oh my god. Wow. One guy is completely focused, the other guy is eating Cheerios in his pink panties, bro. Wow.
Haplotype. When
Yeah,
you saw this
it's
picture,
bad.
right? What what did you think when this happened? Like Chavez Senior studying film of Martinez while
I
this
did
dude's still
not
young.
like, I never liked when his father would be telling him stuff, even like in training or in the corner, and then
Right. Right.
he would ignore it and try to like brush it off and be like, yeah, 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 I know, I know, I know, I know. Like, no, you
I,
don't know because your dad's a legend and you're just, I mean, it could be different. This whole thing could be different if Sergio Martinez had just fallen in that last round of that fight. Um,
right.
we could all be talking about Chavez Jr. in a very different way, but he got up and he
Right. I
whooped
get
that
that.
ass.
What's
You
going on,
know,
G Funk?
What's up, guys, man? How's everything going?
So, what do you think of the pink underwear, cornflake eating dude? But most uh importantly, the Arizona Athletic Commission is looking into their legal team. They're reviewing the ruling of the Nevada State Athletic Commission. Well, what are your thoughts on that?
I mean, it's a freak show, is what it is, man. And there's the number one freak right there in his pink panties eating Cheerios, man. I've had enough of Chavez Jr., man. This guy has just messed up one too many times for me. He's got everything. He's got all the tools there to become a somebody in the sport. He's got one of the best Mexican fighters of all time in his father backing him up. He had, like I said, all the tools there to utilize, and he just can't pull it together, man. This guy is a complete waste of time. And like I said before, this guy has been banished from my channel. I don't do any Chavez Jr. talk on my channel. This guy is just
the
a
pink
bum.
attack is back, bro. Okay. So like you guys are a bunch of haters, bro. Let me tell you something. Chavez Jr., the pink attack. Dude should just come out of pink, bro. Pink robe, pink trunks, pink gloves, pink team. The pink team all day. Okay.
Fighting those panties too,
Yeah, why not? You know what I mean? But I will say this. I mean, it seems to me like the Arizona legal team is trying to find any loophole whatsoever to make this fight happen. Okay. So it's a shame, bro. Like you can't have a commission rule something and then another commission is trying to look for a loophole for it. You can't have that, man. Like I don't think that's cool at all. So that's just my thoughts on that. Do any of you two guys have any final thoughts on Chavez Jr.? Like I know he's banished to the shadow realm in your channel, G Fun, but do you have any final thoughts regarding this whole situation, just in general?
Yeah, I just I don't really have much to say about this clown anymore. And I hope that if they do find a way to get this guy in the ring with Jacobs, Jacobs whoops his ass real good, man. And he never comes back, man. I don't want to see any more of this kid, man. I'm done with him.
All right. If the fight happens, capital type, how do you like his chances against Daniel Jacobs? No VADA testing, by the way, if the fight happens. Yo, capital type. You there, bro?
Yes.
Oh, there he is.
Yes, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes.
I'm here. VADA testing aside, my final thoughts are, they're trying to capitalize, and when I say they, I mean Eddie Hearn. He's trying to capitalize on the name Chavez and trying to get money off, putting him in there with another fighter that he has. And, it just feels gross. It just feels disgusting. It doesn't merit like any real boxing conversation, except to say that, they're trying to he's going to great lengths to get this guy in a fight. Yeah. And obviously that's, capitalizing on the name Chavez. But I mean, Danny Jacobs can never beat the real Julio Cesar Chavez. He could never beat him. Never. So, this whole thing is a sham. It's ridiculous. I don't support it, and I hope that, at least it's a good fight to entertain people, but I don't expect that. I expect like a sham, and that's what I see coming.
I hear you, bro. Eddie Lim says, I'm sorry to believe 78 Sports TV. Chavez Jr. is actually not Chavez Sr.'s son. His mother had an affair with some dude from the cartel. And that's what I would like to believe. Well, he's definitely is the son, but that's that. Chief Funk, I want to ask you this really quick before we move on, bro. Jose Ramirez against Victor Postol in China. Because when you have a unified Mexican American champion,
Whoa,
that's what you do.
whoa!
China.
What did you just say?
Victor Postol versus Jose Ramirez, China. They're gonna put the fight in China, bro.
In China, bro. Did you just say China, or am I mishearing you? Tell me
That's right.
tell me I'm mishearing you, and I
Bro,
didn't hear China.
we all know. Let me tell you, when you have a unified Mexican American champion, okay, the best thing you can do is ship that dude to China to fight over there. That's what you do. All right, it's gonna be on ESPN in China, bro. What are your thoughts?
Wow, I can't believe I'm hearing what I'm hearing. China, bro. Oh my gosh. Well, Top Rank at it again, man. I mean, I'm glad that Ramirez is getting back in the ring. He's in there with a decent guy in Postol. But China? I mean, are we being for real here, or are you just fucking with me? Like, I still can't believe what I'm hearing. China, bro.
Dude, this dude is gonna be fighting in China, bro. That's where he's fighting, bro. China.
Wow.
What do you got?
I don't even know what to say to that, really. Wow. That's all I gotta say. The guy has a good fan base here in Central California. Why not try to expand it to, Los Angeles, or even bring him up north to the Bay Area, and expand that fan base in California. I mean, you're gonna take him all the way over to China? Like, I don't get that at all. Wow.
Everything's made in China, bro. Even Mexican fighters now. Just ship them out to China. Okay? But that's what they're gonna do with that. And the other thing we talked about was AJ came out. Shout out to Boxing Scene. That's where I got it. He came out and he said, according to the quotes, that he demands everyone bow down to him if and when he beats Andy Ruiz, and that he ain't gonna be no pussy overnight. What do you say to that?
Bow down and kiss the feet, huh?
Yeah, bow to him, bro.
Who's this guy? Who's this guy think he is? The dude from The Last Dragon. What was his name? The guy with the red karate gi. Like, give me a break. Come on, Josue. Come
I don't even know who that is, and I'm laughing. But go ahead.
You can look him up, man. From The Last Dragon. Bruce Leroy fought him in the end, and he had the glow happening, and I guess that's who.
To me, fucking dude.
Oh my gosh,
it's baby nuts.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I might have to get Ruben Guerrero on the line for that one, man.
Man, what are your thoughts about that though? Like, what's Chief Funk's response to him saying you got to bow to him, bro, if he wins?
I think he's living in a dream world, man, because he's not winning that fight, and even if he does, ain't nobody gonna bow down to you, bro. Like, you are absolutely crazy if you think that's gonna happen.
For coming back from getting your humiliated. Like,
right?
Are you kidding me?
Like, man, this shit's crazy, bro. This shit's crazy.
Hey, give me 1 second, man. I'll be right back. Give me one second.
Haplo, I haven't really heard you talk about this, so might as well go right at it. Wilder, Ortiz, what's your official prediction?
Oh boy,
what do you think's gonna happen in this fight?
I want Wilder to win. I really like Wilder. I honestly significantly like Wilder. Like,
right.
He's a good dude. I want him to win. Do I think Ortiz has a chance? Absolutely. I mean, we all saw the first fight.
Mm-hmm.
It was tooth and nail. I get a lot of the people's responses to the fight where they're saying Wilder got extra time with the ref and everything like that. To me, that didn't really mean much. Like if Ortiz was gonna win, he would have just done it. You know,
Right.
it didn't matter that the ref came in and checked Wilder's eye. What do I think is gonna? I don't know, but I hope that Wilder wins by knockout. That's what I'm hoping for. And that's a good hope because he usually does. you know. Those hands are lethal.
Yeah, he's got lethal hands. I heard him. A quote was, "I just gotta be perfect for 2 seconds, and that's it."
Yeah, no. That's funny, that he said that because I was saying that before he ever said it. I was like, his opponents need to be perfect the whole fight, but he only needs to be right for a couple seconds and land that shot. And 9 times out of 10, or maybe even 99.9 out of 100, he lands that shot.
Yeah.
I think he's going to beat Ortiz. My prediction, if I had to make one, would be Wilder by knockout.
Okay. Let's get Carcino in on here. What's going on, Carcino? What's going on, bro?
What's going on?
Let's get Carcino in on here.
Hold on,
What's going on, Carcino?
all right, let me mute this.
Yeah, definitely. In on here.
Because
Man,
this will be repeating forever.
yeah, I sounded super Mexican on that feedback for sure.
Arcina.
Yeah. What's going on? Like, let's get Carcino on here. Like, what's going on? But Cino, for sure, man. What's going on, bro? What's on your mind, man?
Oh man, it's just a lot of news was breaking. I was hearing that Wilder didn't do a lot of sparring for this fight at all.
You think it matters?
No, not really. I think this ends in a knockout. I think it probably comes a little bit earlier than the first fight. The way I'm breaking down the styles is King Kong is aware now that Wilder has the power to hurt him, but the age factor in King Kong is the only reason why. The only reason he had a shot in the fight. I mean, he could win rounds, but once he gets clipped and gets tired, that's it. He just can't recover like he would, beforehand, before all the, now that they're testing, it's not the same. People's recoveries is not the same anymore since they start slapping these tests on these guys.
Right.
Yeah, he's really crafty, but he's a counterpuncher. And then, like the first fight, these guys were just slapping each other gloves for 2 rounds at first. They're like, Wilder's reaching and stuff, and he's just slapping his hand down. I'm like, and we're gonna watch this all night?
Yeah, but this picked up for sure.
Yeah, it picked up, but how many? Do we really? This is a fight we really needed to see again. It was really the only thing with drama was that Wilder hurt him and tried to finish him and rushed in and got caught with a shot, and then King Kong's coming back, then he gets knocked out. Boom, fight's over. In the next couple rounds, and I'm like, this fight wasn't really a barn burner. I'm like, why would they put these guys? Like Wilder comes forward only with one punch. He doesn't throw really in combination. Ortiz just baits you to come in so he can counter you. That's the only way he likes to strike. So I don't really see anything different. Like if he actually used his feet and boxed and changed the angles, it would help him a lot if he was to be on his toes. But at this age, I couldn't see Ortiz doing that consistently. Like if he kept changing and making him reach, that's something Fury's going to do early on. When Fury gets in the ring, he's going to do that again, make Wilder have to move his feet. So he's not set. So the power is not really there. He's reaching more.
So you're not impressed with Ortiz?
Not really. I mean, if he fought a stationary target, yeah, but he doesn't know how to come forward. He's not a come forward fighter. his thing is he's a good Cuban fighter, and most Cuban fighters are counter punchers. They look for the open shot. They use their jab mostly as a range finder to open things up, and then they close with most of them. I don't know why most Cuban fighters are left-handed. I don't know what's going on.
Well, you just answered the question why Wilder was slapping down the lead hand.
Well, yeah, they both were doing it. They were slapping each other hands down and all these things. And yeah, we've been seeing that for like 2 rounds. It just wasn't interesting to me. The fight was good for what it was, but it was nothing I would say, wow, again? Like,
well, I mean, hey,
asking for this again.
Carcino, the reason Cuban fighters are left-handed are because, as we both know, and you're well aware of, like, fighting a left-hander is harder, no matter if you're righty or lefty. So they train them that way in order to, confuse their opponents.
I didn't know that because I saw a lot of them, and most of them are left-handed. Like, they're really left-handed. Like Filipino fighters too. A lot of them are just left-handed. I don't know why, but I
don't know.
I mean, but fighting lefty is different than actually being lefty. Like, I can fight left-handed if I want to, but I'm
so I guess
right-handed.
You box southpaw, but you're right-handed.
Yeah,
it could be. It could be that.
Right, that could be the case. But like I've seen King Kong sign, he's left-handed. A lot of these guys, they're lefties. Manny Pacquiao, like all these guys, they mostly all.
What is possible is that ever since Castro took over and all that, right? and the Olympics and all that. No, well, they select athletes when they're kids. Yeah. And when it shocked me, they purposely selected left-handed dudes. Or kids.
Oh, okay. That could be too.
I have no proof of that, by the way. It's something to thought about.
Hey, that's going to be something to investigate. Now, that's something DStyle can track down and investigate.
Let me just go over this really quick, Kelly. Name a salute fan, Wilder in 11, and got us to the Warriors in 2020. Jose Ramirez in China is stupid because he's unifying figure in Fresno. Absolutely. Cena, I want to go over a rundown really quick of the other things we talked about. Ramirez Postol in China. Why in China?
I have no idea. Maybe that's where the money is.
Side
fee, right? It has to be that. Like, what else would it be?
Definitely. They're gonna make it all in the door.
There's no other reason. I mean,
yeah. Okay, what about this? AJ demands that everyone bow to him after he beats Andy Ruiz, and he ain't gonna be no pussy overnight. Well, what do you say to that?
I say, well, he's trying to do anything he can to get people to believe he's still the man without actually winning a fight yet. So we have to see how he wins the fight. Anybody can get their hand raised. We've seen that plenty of times. Somebody didn't win a round in the fight and get their hand raised.
Now, he did. Well, I'm going to ask you this, Cino, and then I want Habitab and G-Funk to kind of give me your thoughts on this. I wrote this down, but it was in pen. This part was in pen, not in Sharpie, so I completely left it out. Like, you know what I mean? It happened. So see what happens? Okay, but he said, and he was quoted saying, "I have no fear of Andy Ruiz." Why would a fighter say that if you're not scared?
Well, he's trying to convince himself that he's not by saying it out loud. That's
he's mentally trying to convince himself.
He has a therapist, so
he got knocked out.
Anyone who has a therapist
knocked out by the guy already
has fear.
He has a therapist.
Yes, he has a therapist, a mental therapist.
Wow, this guy's done. Stick a fork in him.
Bro,
you can't be that mentally weak and be in the fight game, bro. Like, I mean,
he has a mental therapist that they give some type of other title to, but he goes there. It's just to clear his mind and throw words back and the person mental give him ways to how to get over situations. Bro, like the Lennox Lewis situation that he's never gonna fight Lennox Lewis, but Lennox Lewis is in his head.
You're telling me right now this dude has someone like a shrink, pretty much.
Yes.
like the Joker from the movie. Like he's like this just turned into a Joker. Okay, he's
A
gonna have like the pink.
spiritual advisor. He has a spiritual advisor.
Oh my gosh, he's done, bro. Andy Ruiz should just walk out with a black trench coat and black hat like the Undertaker and bury this guy, man. He's done.
Yes. His spiritual advisor. And the thing about the spiritual advisor is that this guy gets paid all this money to prop him up, make him seem like he's an invincible human being in his mind, and tells him everything else to build this confidence. And they use Customato. Like Customato, Mike Tyson, he said it himself. He tells it to AJ. Customato even said to Mike Tyson, who didn't have confidence, he kept telling Mike, "You are invincible." Mike believed it.
That was like, dude, that wasn't a shrink though. You know what I mean? What's going on over here?
Who knows if this guy's a real shrink? He's probably a Dr. Phil guy. He's gonna do anything.
Dude, if Joshua wins this fight, Dr. Phil's gonna be hired by all these fighters, bro. Okay, right now, sports psychologist is what he has.
Oh, yeah, that's what he is, a sports psychologist. All right.
My God. Done.
Kelly says Andrew Tabiti whooped AJ's ass in sparring. The rumor has it.
Oh, the rumor has it. Well, that's the thing. I should ask Andrew, so I can reach out to him. I'll ask him. He probably ain't gonna stay here to mess up his money, but I'll reach out to him and ask him. But I'll give you some breaking news here. It's not really breaking, I think. But Errol Spence is coming back in April to fight Danny Garcia in Dallas Stadium. Danny Garcia is fighting a fight in January. Then he's gonna fight in April. The January opponent is gonna be some soft touch. We heard, and then in April they're gonna schedule in Dallas Cowboy Stadium Errol Spence versus Danny Garcia for the title. And I'm like, why is he coming back so soon? I just think that is far too soon for Errol to be coming back.
Yeah. Well, to tell you what, Stormy says he would tell AJ, "Hey, you fucked up, dude, for free." But man, like, dude, just get a hype man, bro. Like, just hire a hype dude just to say,
dude, no.
That's what Chavez Jr. did.
They need to hire that guy from Menace to Society when Kane got caught up and he was like, "You know, you done fucked up, right? Yeah, you fucked up."
You know you done messed up, right?
Man,
I'll be very surprised if Errol's the same
take the
as
food.
he ever
They're gonna
was.
poison his food. There's like Ruiz better pack a big Mexican dinner and some Tupperware and bring it with him over to Saudi Arabia. He's like, dude, he's fighting in Saudi, dude. You can't even eat meat.
What was that, bro?
I said I'll be very surprised if Errol's ever the same as he was before the accident. That was a tremendous thing to go through, and like when you're a young man, you feel invincible, and I know that because I've been a young man. But I'm older now, and having been through car accidents and stuff like that, like you start to get a little bit more reticent, and you learn your limits, and I would be very surprised if Danny Garcia to me is an easy target, at welterweight, so he'll probably win that fight, but I don't know if he'll ever be the same after that. What I saw.
I'm sorry,
You saw the photo of him since the first photo of him out.
I haven't seen any pictures.
Yeah, I've seen. I
got it on my video.
What picture are you guys talking about?
No, I saw
the Errol Spence photo. The one, the first photo of him.
I'm still subscribed to Carcino.
All right, he saw it on your channel, Cino. But what you see on the channel?
Okay, cool. There you go. It's the photo, and his face still looks swollen. You can see it. His face It's
Wow.
like
It's
still kinda
horrible.
got the
No,
head
it
up.
doesn't look the same. And the teeth, of course, like
Well,
Yeah,
they've
he's
done
got
their
a head.
best
Can
to
I
like
say something?
reconstruct the teeth, but
Well,
they don't look the same.
here's what I want to say. So, I still remember after the accident, right? People were like, he's fine. He only had some lacerations and missed teeth. And I was like, well, what do you guys mean? Like, for your teeth to be like, teeth are like
Yeah.
well in place, bro. For you to not lose a tooth, but teeth, you
Yep.
took some damage, bro. Just now, it could have been far worse. We all know that. But yeah, definitely. I'm not surprised that he's still swollen up and all that at all. I got to check out that picture. Okay, I got to keep
Well,
up with.
I have personal experience with breaking teeth. Like I've broken many teeth over the years, like fighting, playing
At
with
that one
my
time
big
we
brother,
sparred, right?
It's not fun.
Yeah, no.
But I mean, when you see him fly through the air and the car's flipping and everything else, some broken teeth seems like a very small thing.
Okay, I gotta give you guys some more breaking news, like breaking right at this second.
Go ahead.
Floyd Mayweather has made an announcement that he's coming out of retirement in 2020.
Now let me ask you this, Carcino. He's gonna fight. He's gonna fight alive, like a dude that can actually breathe. Like.
Yo, I'm gonna tell you exactly what's going on right now. Him and Dana White are working on something, so that tells you right now there's gonna be another circus show.
Khabib, he's gonna box Khabib or something. Or what?
I don't know. Probably. Whatever it is going to be something that's going to make him a bunch of money. People are going to be pissed off they went to see it. And they're going to be like, I can't believe I paid $375. What was I, crazy?
Yes. Well, I mean,
I got to jump off. Hey,
Okay.
D-Style, I got to jump off, brother.
Yeah, man.
I got to jump off.
Hey, thanks for coming on, bro.
Yeah.
No problem. Peace to Carcino
all right, Apple
and
type.
G-Funky.
Hey,
Take
peace,
it easy,
bro.
bro.
Yeah, peace out,
You guys
bro.
have a good night.
You
Thanks,
too.
man.
Bye.
So, what is he gonna fight a living, breathing person though? That's what I want to know.
That's what it is. We don't know if it's going to be an actual fight or exhibition where you pay $300 to see him fight one round. We don't have no idea. Or he might just throw this out here and change his mind by the weekend.
Can I ask you a question, Sino?
Yeah.
And I just thought about this, but did he have to make this announcement like now, like right before the Wilder pay-per-view? Like, did he have to do that?
It's Floyd. Nothing surprises me from hanging out with this guy. When the last time he was here, I swear to God, I get a phone call and he's like, "Where are you?" I'm like, "Who is this?" Man, wait, look, talk to Nate. And Nate was like, "Yo, we out here at the club." I'm like, "Is that Floyd?" He's like, "Yeah, that was Champ." I'm like, "What happened?" "Oh, we up here at the club with such and such. You're gonna be here?" I'm like, "I'm watching the Mikey Garcia fight against the guy that was with Agent Broner camp,
Robert Easter?
Robert Easter. Yeah, I'm like, I'm watching that fight. He's like, "Y'all not watching the fight?" "Oh yeah, we might watch that in a little bit." But I'm like, I'm covering the fight now. I can't meet y'all now, but I'll meet y'all later. So after the fight, I finally go to one club and meet them. They're going from club to club to club. I meet Floyd. He grabs me. "Hey, what's going on?" First, he acts like he doesn't know who I am. I'm like, "You just spoke to me." You just spoke to me hours ago. Then he goes like, "Oh yeah." Once he realizes he knows me, then next thing you know, I'm like, he's telling me all this stuff about what's going on. I told him that. I'm like, Mikey Garcia called out Errol Spence. And he's like, "He called out Errol Spence?"
Right.
I'll make the fight if he wants to do it. I'll make that fight. It could be pretty good. He thought Mikey actually had a shot. He was like, "Well, you can't count Mikey out." Because Floyd deep down resents anybody who's undefeated going after his record. I'm going to tell you that right now. He doesn't like it at all. He don't like Keith Thurman. He don't like nobody that's going after his records. He doesn't say it. You just know it.
Where was this announced, by the way, that he's coming back? He posted that on Instagram?
Yeah, he posted it on his Instagram. But it's the same guy who posted that he was going to fight Manny Pacquiao at the end of the year. And he was coming back to fight Pacquiao in an exhibition. We don't know what this is with Floyd.
But-
you don't think he's trying to take away a little bit from the Wilder event? The attention.
Probably. I wouldn't be surprised. Floyd don't like nobody. He's an Anthony Joshua guy. He's not really a Wilder guy at all. He's an AJ guy.
Yeah, he could come back and fight Chavez Jr., bro.
Chavez Jr., that's my guy. That guy said, man, I'm not taking these drug tests. I'm going to go over here and do coke. I'm going to go over here and bang these chicks and get robbed of my paycheck for just showing up. Hey, and then it's going to be all over the gram, and I'm still getting pay-per-view fights. I'm still getting big budget fights. This guy, I'm swearing, Chavez Jr. has deboed the game. He was like, look, I'm sleeping with a mobster. That's my wife, a mobster.
AJ10 he said, and I do remember seeing this, that Floyd had talked about how he was done with boxing. I'm done with this brutal sport, he said.
Yeah. That's what he said, but that's what I'm saying. We don't know what this means. This means Floyd could be coming out with a exhibition fight. He's got something cooking with Dana White. That's all I do know for a fact. Him and Dana White have something going on. I heard that about a week ago. And then that's when someone asked me, hey, is it true Floyd coming back? I'm like, I don't know.
Hey, Kelly brought up a really, really good topic here. Mauricio Suleiman admitted that Vasil Lomachenko lied about not knowing about the franchise tag. Whether he lied or not, I'll say this: he accepted it. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
What do you guys thought on this, man?
To me, it don't really mean anything. It's just like we already know.
Right.
We already know what it is. We already know he was told. Fighters don't do anything really unless they organization know, their team know. He knew he was getting franchise tag.
Man,
they knew all about it.
Look, man, Floyd ain't doing no MMA, bro. Okay, like I can guarantee you that right now.
Floyd in the MMA, I couldn't see it.
No,
I could not see it.
Absolutely
they don't pay enough. I'm like, one boxing fight. That's what it kills me when people talk about boxing. Like MMA is taking over. I'm like, if they taking over, why are they paying everybody like third rate? One boxing fight. I'm like, dude, this guy's that's on YouTube, KCF, whatever his name, KCP or whatever. He making more money than these UFC fights.
Did you say KCP? KCP is the Hogan guy. Like, what's
Paul Logan or whatever his name is.
You just said his name.
Okay, Paul Logan. All right, Paul Logan and
Jay, stop, bro. Whataburger, bro. Okay. But anyway, I will say this, bro. Shit, if they give us 900,000, we could fight Casino.
That's what I said. I'll be in there for 900,000.
Bro, you can throw me in that mix.
I can hype it up too.
I'll take on both of you for 900 right now.
Yeah, this is it. This is the night. Floyd came in, and then this night was crazy. This is what I say. This is how spontaneous he is. We're in one club. This turns into another, like 3-4 clubs. He's got Mercedes, like those long trucks. And I was like, okay, I'm going home. He says, no. You're coming with us. We're leaving in like 10 minutes. So no matter what you're doing, you can have a drink in your hand. You can have a tab. When Floyd gets up and go, he doesn't check on you to see if you're with him. He's just there pulling girls out of the club. And we're just throwing them in trucks. And next thing you know, we're like 4 or 5 caravans. And my car is at one of these clubs. And I'm like, look, I got to get back to my car when this was all over with. We're at a strip club at like 4. I didn't even know a strip club was open this late. I'm like, it's like 4 in the morning. Where are we going?
Come on, bro. Every dude over 18 years old knows strip clubs are open late. Okay.
Yeah, not at 4 in the morning.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, it's 4
BYOB, too.
We going to, like, this is it. Like, it's closed down. I mean, what more could we get out of this? We going to the strip club. We're at Club O in Chicago. And
bro, I'm telling you, man.
There to recruit women. And throw
if I partied with Floyd and he gave me dollar bills, like a stack of $100 bills to make it rain, I'm out of that club. I'm like, well, that's going in my pocket. I'm out. Strippers ain't shit, right? But Man, like
Yeah, there it is. I'm in the middle, and Floyd is making it rain, and he's just throwing money.
man, I would have picked up some of those $100 bills. Honestly.
Damn right I would have.
That's another story.
Yeah, and I'm standing there. They're like, "Why are you not grabbing the money?" I'm like, "I'm not one of those guys. I'm standing right next to him. Why would if I'd have did that, he'd have kicked me out." And then I got one girl on the side of me.
This is boxing stores with Carcino.
I got one girl on the side of me, and I'm like, and she's like all over my arm because she said I'm the most handsome guy she's ever met. And I'm like,
Right.
wow, this is just because I'm standing next to Floyd. This is wonderful. So now she's on my arm, and Floyd is like, where's the rest of them? Go get some more. You only got one. I said, I only got one. And he's like, yeah. Like, look at me. He's like 4. Having one is close to having none. Let's say you go get her back to the room, and she ain't with it. And then all of a sudden, you got to let her go. Now you got nothing. So you got to at least bring 4 or 5 of you back to the room. I'm like, oh, jeez. Having one is close to having none. Go back out there and get you 3, 4 more. I'm like, that was his inspiring. Like, let me be your big bro here and help you out.
Right.
That was his big moment. I'm like, all right, I'll remember that. Having one is close to having none.
Right, I hear you.
We don't live that lifestyle. I'm like, I don't have your bankroll. She's not here because of my personality.
No. He was some broke ass dude. So she wouldn't be telling you that.
Right, and I'm not even. I'm wearing a shirt that looked like a doggone like. I'm a nap like a picnic table or something. I was like, I was going somewhere. I was out there covering a fight. I wasn't dressed to go out. I just stepped in there. Everybody like, what shirt is you wearing? Oh man, it was a fun night. But definitely, he told me a lot of different things about fights that were coming up, mostly about basketball games. But the way he changes his mind in a split second is unbelievable.
For betting fights?
For betting, for anything. It's like he would make plans for everything and then change it in 10 seconds. He'll be like, oh, get such and such on the phone. Yeah, we're going to do that. Yeah, we're going to play a game. Yeah, we're going to set it up a charity basketball event.
Was that the week he was preparing for McGregor? Is that what he was doing? Making it rain?
No. This was after McGregor. This is like after. It was way after that. This is like this year. He just came up here. I don't even know what he was here for. I think it was some charity event they were doing. Then he wanted to go out and kick it. He was talking about black empowerment and bringing brothers together. And James Prince was here.
Okay.
And
I'm telling you, bro, he was getting prepared for Chavez Jr., bro. That's training camp for Chavez.
There were talks of that fight. There was talks of making that fight before the Canelo fight.
Okay.
So really? I'm gonna tell y'all that. Y'all probably didn't know that that was almost a reality. There was talks about that if they couldn't land the Canelo fight, fighting Chavez Jr. and getting him to come down to 154, which would have been the most impossible feat in the world. But yeah, Chavez Jr. fight was on the table. A lot of people didn't know that.
Well, Sino, I want to go back to the Wilder Ortiz fight, man. So you're predicting knockout earlier than the last fight.
I'm saying 4 to maybe 5 rounds. King Kong is out. He's out in 5.
I think he's got all the smoke for the first 6 rounds, and then once he gets tired, that's pretty much it for him.
I think it's clipped. I think one right hand from Wilder, and that's going to change the fight. And he's going to go into panic mode. The eyes going to get real big, and he's going to go back to sleep.
The eyes going to get big.
King Kong is going to fall off the building.
Off the what was that?
The Empire State Building.
Empire State. He's gonna fall right down. Boom.
I think it could be interesting, man. The first 6 rounds, when Ortiz got his legs. Wilder, he's not the most technically sound guy, so he could get clipped with something himself. Just like the first fight. That's how he hurt him in that 7th round. He hit him with a little right hook on the inside. Wilder never seen it.
That's why they've been promoting it. Like Wilder himself has been promoting it. Like I might lose. If I lose, it's okay. One loss don't define who I am. Everybody, man, Wilder might lose.
You said something interesting, Cino. You said that Mayweather doesn't consider himself a what did you say? A Wilder guy. He's an AJ guy.
Yeah.
Why is he not a Wilder guy? Well, what is it about Wilder that doesn't make him a wild? Why is he not a Wilder guy?
Wilder he likes Wilder, but Wilder he's somebody who has his own company. He's got his own business, his own structure. In case you guys don't know, he's not with Lou DiBella anymore.
Right.
Lou, he's got his own thing. He's Bomb Squad now completely. So Lou is out of the, not eating off of him anymore. So now he's on his own. He's doing his own promotions and doing things that way. But Floyd doesn't like anybody coming up in that light. That's why he didn't like Andre Ward. He likes Andre Ward, but he don't really like Andre Ward. Anybody who coming near his record of dominance, he don't really like Errol Spence. I'm gonna tell you that now. They sparred together and stuff. He don't really like Errol. He like Errol. Errol's a good fighter, but that's why he was really leaning towards Mikey Garcia. He really wanted Mikey to win. He really don't want anybody to be put in the category of him. He's just that competitive. It's that competitive juice behind him, and he won't tell you. You just know him. You know it from the way his ways, his actions, his moving. He even went over to England to team up with Anthony Joshua.
Well,
he went over there to
let me ask you this:
on the back and back him.
but here's where I'm confused, right? This seems to be because I know you keep mentioning his record, but I mean the 4-9-0 is really a heavyweight record.
It doesn't even matter. I mean, Chavez won like what 80 fights in a row. It don't even matter.
Chito Lopez retired undefeated.
It is the thing about it. It is. I mean, because Kawasaki was what 46-0 and retired. So
nobody talked about that.
Exactly. It's all about the mystique of what he did with the O. He branded the O. Like
got to protect his brand.
Right. He branded perfection. If Floyd lose, it would mean so much because that's why people just want to see him shut up. They wanted to see him lose. People pay money like, I just want this guy to lose. We got to have somebody that can get him. So they're not there for him. They're there to see him lose, and he knows that. And he plays off of it, but he knows how to sell it. And there's not too many fighters. They are good. They're great. They just can't sell it. And some of them, they try to sell it without even being good in the ring.
So how about this, though? So Tank, right? Because he promotes Tank Davis.
Mm-hmm.
Does he like Tank Davis? Tank Davis is young, undefeated.
He likes Tank to a degree because he makes a lot of money off Tank. But other than that,
when he says, "I want Tank to break all my records," is he telling the truth?
Hell
no.
You don't think
we all knew that was a lie when the moment he said it, but financially it would mean a lot for him. But no, he knows. No, it's not even. He don't feel threatened by that at all because they could easily make
So if he's that threat, right? So would he come out of retirement himself to beat Spence if he thinks Spence is a threat of any way, shape, or form? To his mystique or whatever you want to call it.
It depends. After this accident, I doubt it. I seriously doubt it. No, he ain't gonna come back and fight Spence now. I mean,
why not? Why not? Because of the accident. Why not?
Well, see, that's the thing about the accident is that now, let's say Spence get in a fight, he fight Danny Garcia in April. Danny Garcia is, hitting him, or Danny Garcia win. That's a no win for Danny Garcia. If he win a decision against Errol Spence, they're gonna be like, yeah, but Spence ain't the same. That accident took a lot out of him. Yeah, so everybody's going to say it. You're not going to win. And then you look at even a Terrence Crawford coming. That's why I say I didn't even want to see the Crawford fight now because I already had Crawford beating him anyway. So Terrence will never get no credit for it at all now because everybody's going to revert everything back to the accident. Oh, he's not the same. He can knock Danny Garcia out in one round. Boom. And they'd be, oh, man, Spence still got it. He fight Terrence Crawford, don't look so good. And they'd be like, oh, man, he just didn't have it no more, man. That accident, man.
Right.
So he's not going to get –
as a fighter, this guy been through an accident and, his face was all messed up. You don't know if you kind of want to hit that guy, That's gotta kind of bother you a little bit when you try to hit somebody psychologically. That's got to be disturbing. So he should
no,
sit out at least a year.
no tune up for Spence at all. He's just gonna get right in there with Garcia, huh?
Getting right in there with Garcia for
Wow.
what they do in April pay-per-view.
Man, I would think they would want to test the waters first after the accident.
I was thinking that too, and then I got the word that that's what they're working on right now. Danny's got a fight coming up in January. He's keeping the January date that they were supposed to have. That's going to be with him and some other guy, and then in April, and that's the date they're looking for. Cowboy Stadium. They're just looking at the date they're going to get.
You don't think that, and I hate to kind of go back to this, but because it's so convenient that, you know, after saying he's done with the brutal sport, he's put on an Instagram he's going to come back, and it's literally the coming weekend of the Wilder Ortiz fight. You know what I mean? And that just can't be a coincidence, in my opinion.
You're talking about a guy that canceled De La Hoya Mayweather too.
Yeah, I mean, but what I'm trying to say, right, is other than, because I understand that Wilder is undefeated, but you could argue his record's not perfect because now he has a draw, right? And Mayweather never had a draw, so he was perfect. So if that, he could always argue that, you know. So I don't know if it's the fact that he hasn't been beat. You don't think, it's just I think so in a way, that when he sees Wilder, he doesn't see a fighter that is skilled at the level he is, just a guy who has that big punch. And maybe he's not, whether he's not impressed by that or maybe threatened by that, because that's perceived as a more exciting style than his style.
Let me tell you something. Deep down, Floyd Mayweather's a hater. I'm gonna tell you, I know him like the back of my head. He won't tell you nothing, but he deep down he wanted Adrian Broner to lose. I can tell you, he really wanted it. And like when Adrian Broner came out, it's like, I think he wanted me to lose. I'm like, yeah, he wanted you to lose. He don't like anyone taking that spotlight. He really don't. It really bothers him. It rubs him the wrong way if he sees somebody getting the light and they get in the spotlight.
Yeah, but boxing needs new stars. You can't be a star forever.
I know, but he's stubborn. He's spoiled. He don't want that spotlight gone. Floyd don't. He loves that. Believe me. He's not one of those guys who can take his money and fade away. He has to be the center of attention. He's got to have the spotlight on him. He didn't like Canelo having that spotlight. Even when he got the deal with the Zone, he had to talk down on it. Oh, I made all that money in 1 year.
Here's what I'm confused about. So why is he an AJ guy?
He's an AJ guy because he's anti-Wilder guy. He's not really an AJ guy. He's like, I'm going with AJ. You know, he was over there with Eddie Hearn in England and all that. So he's, my man Floyd, they all shopping together, buying stuff. He was like, yeah, see, this is the guy right here, AJ, Floyd picking AJ and all this other stuff against Wilder. And that's why 50 Cent took Wilder, because 50 Cent's rolling with Wilder. And he was like, oh, you want to take him?
Is that still a thing? Mayweather and 50 Cent, they still got a beef going on? Is that still a real thing?
Yeah, now it's gotten way beyond personal. So
wow.
I've stopped checking on that years ago, but man,
guy's been saying things, it's been a mess for a while. But it all started with 50 Cent. 50, of course, it started with him.
Well, of course, yeah.
The only thing AJ 10 is that he still gets VIP. Man, this is fascinating and crazy. You always know Mayweather's going to make a big announcement when there's a big boxing fight coming. It never fails.
Yep.
Okay.
Never fails.
It never fails. And sometimes he's done it before, like the Super Bowl or right before the NBA Finals. There's always some. Mayweather's a bigger basketball fan than boxing fan, right?
Pretty much. Yeah, I would say that.
Well, he announced. Well, they were hinting at the Pacquiao fight around the NBA All-Star game, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
He was there, and they interviewed him courtside, and he didn't say, "Yeah, for sure," the fight was on, but we all kind of knew it was going to happen,
Yeah, at that point, when they got to that point, they were already just hammering out small details. But yeah, they were definitely both, like when both companies, HBO and Showtime, they were just working everything out. It was getting done. Yeah, at that point.
92 AKU just asked here. It's a good topic. It'll be the last topic, but how many pay-per-views, okay, does this fight do? Carcino, you'll go further. How many pay-per-views? Wilder, Ortiz, ballpark.
Wilder, Ortiz, gosh, I'm gonna say
It's not good ratings, by the way, on Fox and the shows.
yeah. I mean, if wow, pay-per-view, I'm gonna say probably about 300, 400, which is really good for this.
I think it's going to do probably around that same number, maybe close to 5. I know a lot of casuals that are pumped for this fight, man. I mean, I got guys asking me like, and more than usual. Like normally it's the Canelo fights where guys are asking me like, "Hey, man, you get in the fight or wins the fight?" It's this one this year, man, where I'm getting more calls than anything because it's a heavyweight fight and people know it's going to end in a knockout, man, just like the first time. So there's a lot of anticipation, man. I'm gonna say 450 plus.
Wow, I think it do slightly under, but I hope it do that much.
I think there's some good push out there, man. I do it, and a lot of casuals are interested, man. You get the
Okay,
casual.
I want to. This is 50 Cent when he saw AJ and Floyd, and he went and got Wilder.
Yeah, okay. So
Yeah.
they got that beef going, right?
He saw with Anthony Joshua. He saw Floyd grab Anthony Joshua and basically bring him in and said, "Okay." He was like, "Okay, let me bring him in." So, wait a minute, where did it go? But yeah, he brought him in.
What was that?
I said he brought him in. He went 50 Cent went right over there to Anthony.
Let me ask you, is this beef or is this like friendly competition? What is going on right now?
It got really personal. It started off as friendly competition, then things got really personal.
Was it the reading thing when he made fun of him for not being able to read?
No, that didn't really bother him. That didn't get Floyd at all. Floyd didn't care about that stuff. He know that. It got to the point when he just kept going on about everything Floyd was doing business-wise. And you're messing with Floyd's money now. And because one of the girls was suing Floyd, and then 50, then 50 ended up getting the money back, and Floyd was mad because Miss Jackson is suing him for all this money, and 50 Cent's baby mother is still friends, and 50 Cent, they still friends with the baby mom. And Floyd is like, look, everybody cut you off.
Miss Jackson? Who?
Yeah,
you don't got to sue.
Yeah, so he was like, you feel cool with the girl that's suing me, and you mad at me because I'm doing a promotion with a girl that's supposedly suing you, but you still friends with the girl that's suing me. And he went 50, it's like, dude, my baby mom's is friends with her. Like, what do you want me to do? I'm not hanging out with her. She's hanging out with my baby moms.
Man,
that sounds
bad situation. And
this is a live the truth behind the 50 Cent Mayweather beef. Okay,
this is some Jerry Springer shit, bro. Like,
yeah,
damn.
it is.
And let me ask you this, bro. Well, what happened in the fight? They had like a fight, right? A scuffle.
They had one little scuffle. It was fake. They just faked it all for the internet. Like they had a little, but then they were all going to fight at one time in a restaurant because 50's used to having his way and Floyd is used to having his way. And when they both, when Floyd normally says something, no one challenges him. But 50 got money too. So it was like when he said something, it was like, okay, he said it too. Like, look, I got money like you got money. So the argument blew up to a whole thing where they were like, then do something then. Floyd is a fighter, so his mentality goes to, I'm not finna back down. The same thing happened with
they have to make a novella out of this whole thing, bro.
Yeah,
definitely.
Just switch the names around. Just call the fighter Ramon and call the other dude something else. He could be a singer from Mexico.
Ron Julio. I mean, like it's Ron Julio.
This is crazy. My prediction is 320,000 buys.
That's a solid number. I say a little high. I'm going a little higher, so I would put me at 400.
400.
I think it's gonna do good, man. I really do, man.
400,000, huh, Chief? Or 500,000?
Yeah, I mean, I'm telling you, man. Usually, when I get calls like I'm getting calls, it usually happens. I mean, it could just be luck or coincidence,
Right.
but I know a lot of people interested in this one, man.
But you get the sense, right? There's like a sense.
Yeah. And another thing is, like, usually in my circle, like, I'm the guy that gets the fight because I'm the hardcore fan. Right. I'm not getting it this time. Somebody said, "Hey, I'm getting it. You come here. We gonna watch this one." You know?
Oh, the fights. It's not on an app. Oh shit! Yeah. I got this fight. Like, you know, man. Cino, one last question.
Josh with some defense and shit. I didn't even get the
Yeah.
You really know who it is. Yeah, you better get the real one. You better get that nigga a gun for sure.
Yo, he said, "Get him a gun." Yeah.
Yeah, he said Floyd said he was going to teach Anthony Joshua defense. He was like, "I ain't got to teach the champ nothing. You better tell that dude."
This ain't Rocky 3, bro. You can't just get one training camp.
Apollo Creed.
Okay, like chill, right? But man,
yeah. Personally, I think that guys that are that good at their sport, I don't think they make good coaches, man. Like that's why you never see a guy like Michael Jordan become a coach. Like you just can't teach those kind of instincts that these guys have. You know?
Yeah, a lot of guys just have gifts and things just come natural to them, and they don't know how to teach that because a lot of times you can't teach it.
Like LeBron, he couldn't teach you anything that he does because all he does is it's all athleticism with him.
He's got the basketball fundamentals down. Come on, Cino.
Yeah, right. Pound the air out of the ball, bro. Pound the air out of the ball, LeBron, and dish it off or bulldoze your way to the rim.
You don't think it because
okay, all right. I'm gonna let y'all do that. I ain't gonna say they gonna come.
I gotta bring this up. Because the boxing thing's done, but I gotta bring this up. Okay. Well, what's with the Laker hate? I just want to know what's going on with the Laker hate, and then you have the audacity. You got the audacity to wear a Lakers cap while you're hating on the Lakers. Okay, on your video.
That hat is for Kobe B. Bryant.
Hey, Kobe was my
real Lakers. There's no Laker hate. There is a LeBron hate. He is not a Laker.
Well, he's a Laker right now. There's
a lot of people that don't accept it, man. On the Lakers,
he's got the jersey on, right?
He's got the jersey on. That's it.
Magic Johnson wanted him there, right? He wanted him.
Not really. Jenny, they wanted him on the team for money and monetary reasons, and they're reaping the benefits. But the NBA ratings are down in the toilet.
I agree with that, man, because LeBron, to me, I mean, he's still a good player. I got him in my top 10 all-time players list. But right now, he's just not the same guy he was like 4 or 5 years ago, man. He's just not.
He's never in that list. He's never on that list of anything.
You don't got him top 10, Carcino?
First of all, who's number one? Who's number one in the Western Conference?
Ah, this guy.
And
it's November. It's November, bro.
Well, but I'm just asking a question.
Hey, Carcino, we're gonna have to call White.
The Atlanta Hawks was what? The Atlanta Hawks was like 3-1. They're like, yeah, this is our year, baby. Hawks have 3-1.
Bro, let me tell you something. The Clippers will be a 500 team soon. Okay,
you're right. You're first place. You guys lost 2 games. Let me explain something to you. You guys
have lost 3 because you robbed my Kings last weekend.
Oh no, there's been a lot of that, but we won't. We'll skip all that just to get to some point. Sure. The Lakers have not played Portland, Houston, Philly, Boston. They haven't played anybody.
but they're number one, right?
His way so that they can get jailed, beating up a bunch of mediocre teams so they can get used to playing with each other to help them out. Because if they came out the gate playing the Wolves that the Clippers have been playing, they would have been smashed. So the teams that if they've been playing that were playoff bound, they played like 3 of them. They lost 2. They lost to the defending champs and they lost to the Clippers. Other than that, they haven't played anybody that's worthy of anything.
Now, I do want to
They
ask
didn't play Denver yet. They didn't play the Nuggets.
how big in trouble are the Warriors right now?
Oh, they're
The
done,
Warriors,
bro.
they didn't
They're
no
done.
trouble. They went to 5 NBA finals. They chilling.
Well, I mean this year, like you know what I mean, like
They're done. Over.
This year, they are popping champagne in Golden State.
it's a bye year. It's
Oh yeah, they got a new stadium. They sold all those tickets. They're making all that money. They are just raking in the benefits because next year is their year. They like, look, next year we'll come back harder. We could tank this whole year and get in the draft.
Oh. So D-Style, you're Lakers fan, D-Style?
What's that?
You're a Lakers fan, bro? I didn't know that.
I've always liked the Lakers, yeah.
This guy.
The only time I go for any team out of
Lakers.
Cali.
He don't like the LeBron Lakers.
I mean, I go for my team, bro. You know what I mean? LeBron's in the team, and I got a rep.
Real Laker fans don't do that. That's why they had to bring Kobe Bryant out there to like shake hands with LeBron so that people would buy into this crap.
So if this dude brings the title home, okay, and by home I mean LA, you know, I mean the only team that matters in LA, okay. If he does that, then they'll accept.
I think his
because being a Lakers is about being a champion, okay. Being a Lakers is about being a champion. If he becomes a champion, they'll accept.
Nah.
It's just a high standard in LA. That's all. Or well, not with Clippers.
I'll give you that. If he does bring a championship there, no matter how Adam Silver get it there, they'll definitely will accept him in. But until he do that, nobody's really gonna pat him on the back. Just like Tommy Lasorda won't pat the Dodgers on the back until they win one.
Bunch of choke artists, them Dodgers, boy.
Yeah, coleslaw, baby. You got coleslaw out there pitching. I said, watch.
Next year, the Rangers are coming back strong next year. I tell you that right now. Okay.
Hey, my Giants have been the best team in the past 10 years, bro. We won 3.
I didn't know there were still Ranger fans out there. I thought you guys all moved to the Astros.
I was happy for the Astros when they won it, but then, you know, their fans kind of assholes, so kind of laid back. You know?
Right. Everybody moved to the Astros. All the Texas fans, like Ranger fans, like, look, we going
I'm not going to lie, though. Like I never saw an Astro fan in my life until they won the World Series.
Hey, I can say the same thing about the Golden State Warriors, bro. I lived in Northern California 30 years.
Yeah,
I've never met a Warriors fan, bro.
Let me tell you something. Dude, here in El Paso, okay, no, I never saw a Warriors fan to save my life, bro. But they're all over the place now.
Yeah,
all of them swear. They swear. Bro, I've liked him since Tim Hardaway, bro. When he played with UTEP.
Yeah, I'm sure you did. Yeah,
bro, because Tim Hardaway played in UTEP, right? So
yeah,
we knew he went to Golden State, but they weren't those dudes. They weren't going for the Warriors, you know what I mean? But now they swear they use that to say, "Oh, I liked them since Tim Hardaway."
All the Laker fans went over there. All the Laker fans shot.
They jumped over.
You even had Snoop Dogg over there with it. He Golden State out. Now he back a Laker fan.
E40 the same, bro. I seen him back in the day. He was wearing Kings jerseys, man, and Kings hats when we was winning in the 2000s.
You know what? I never seen a Clippers fan too recently too. Like,
now, baby, I'm gonna get my Clipper jersey. My Kawhi jersey is coming. They finna debut the all black when they play the Lakers. They gonna have their all blacks. They got some black ones that say Los Angeles. They look like the Raiders. And
who's Luka? Who's that guy?
Plays for the Mavericks.
You don't know who that is? The 20-year-old phenom.
Well, I don't follow that. You know what I mean? I just follow
Dallas, baby. Dallas Mavericks.
Okay. All right. The Mavericks are always, you know, they have an owner that gives a shit. You know what I mean? That helps. Luka's 20. Okay.
Yep. 20 years old. He's been playing with grown men since he was 13, so it don't even matter. He came over here from overseas and been kicking butt since he been in. They got
Man,
Porzingis in him.
man, Kawhi might not make the playoffs, bro. His body's breaking down, says AJ10.
Who body's breaking down?
Kawhi is good. Kawhi is good. Trust me.
I know Kawhi's.
Oh no, they got some problems going on in Brooklyn. Yeah, I mean, I've got some word today.
I don't know, man. When you got to carry a franchise at the Clippers, it hurts the back, bro. You know what I mean? So I don't know.
Y'all talking about Kawhi. I thought y'all talking about Kyrie, but no, Kawhi is always he's got arthritic knees. He's got arthritis in his knees,
Okay.
and that's one of the conditions. They saying he's showing that he's getting arthritic knees. So him playing a very long career.
How do you get that playing basketball?
Because the guy actually plays.
I guess with some people it come earlier, and they like so. In his choice, I think he's got some arthritic condition in his knees.
What is that?
That's why you gotta always ice him and keep him down, and manage how he plays. But he did the same thing in Toronto. Nobody gave a damn. He's a Clipper now. Everybody, this load management thing is out of control. I'm like, are you out your mind? The man did the same thing when he was in San Antonio. Did the same thing in Toronto. Now he gets to the Clippers, and now it's a problem.
What was that, G-Funk, about? He actually what?
I was saying Kawhi actually plays both ends of the floor. He's out there working, man. Like these dudes nowadays, man, they don't be playing no defense. Especially your boy LeBron be out there just standing around on D.
Exactly. He don't know what it means and still think he did. He actually mentioned.
I'm not gonna lie though. Like when Kobe got him, was that in the All-Star game? Like he decided that day.
LeBron's not a confident guy on offense. He's very limited.
Guy, period.
He's very limited on offense.
His self-adulation.
Well, that's not the numbers show, but yeah.
Well, he scores a majority of his points underneath the foul line. He might make a couple threes here and there, but you don't see him posting guys up. He has no turnaround. He has no mid-range game. No. I always said when he was younger, if this guy could develop a post game with his size, God, he would be insane. But it just never happened, man.
No, never materialized.
Yeah, he found a way. He found a way to get his numbers nightly, and that's his brand at this point. He's got to get his numbers, man.
Well, how about this?
Playing for stats.
Let's go to one more sport really quick.
He's a 6'8" Russell Westbrook, bro.
Check it out.
Exactly.
Check it out. We're gonna end this LeBron hate right now. Okay, we're gonna go ahead. But let me say this. Nice. Really quick, which team is gonna win the NFC and the AFC in the NFL?
Patriots versus. It don't even matter.
No, the Patriots ain't going to Super Bowl this year, bro.
They're going, baby. No one's beating the Patriots.
My Cowboys going to beat them this Sunday.
Oh, no. My Cowboys. Don't do this to yourself. Hey. How long have you been doing this?
I've been a Cowboys.
We're going to the Super Bowl. They have not been in a Super Bowl since you were probably born.
Nah, man. I'm 36, bro. So I got to see them win three titles.
Hey, you had diapers on, bro. Okay,
come on.
He was probably a teenager. And
hey, I know D-Style. You had the four falls there in Buffalo, twice to us, back to back.
No. You a Bills fan?
Oh yeah, bro. What do you mean?
Oh God, I feel for you. Oh my God.
What do you mean? Let me tell you guys something, man. This hate, I swear to God, the hate.
Do you know what the Bill stands for? Boy, I like losing Super Bowls. Oh my God. He's showing it.
Oh man, is that Jim Kelly? Is that a Jim Kelly jersey? I see.
Yeah, that's a Kelly.
It's Jim Kelly, bro. No huddle offense, one of the best offenses of all time.
Yes, you guys made the Dallas Cowboys career. You made their legacy.
When we had him that second time, we just fucked up in it. It's okay.
Yeah.
You know.
They
Yeah.
came up tiny at the end, like always.
But this how we'll say, well, they're gonna play the Cowboys on Thanksgiving, G-Funk. So
Yeah, I'm ready
chill.
for that one.
Yeah.
I'm ready for that one.
But I'll say this, okay?
Yeah.
I don't see the Patriots winning a Super Bowl this year, bro.
We're
The
going.
Patriots the Patriots only get an average of 20 yards per possession, bro. That's horrible. Okay?
Yeah, right now it is, but they're 9-1.
Freaking
So the
Edelman
Niners.
with messed up ribs, bro. Like
They're banged up, but
they're
they're gonna
banged
find
up.
a way to go because they're the Patriots. This is what they do. They
I don't
win.
think
I'ma tell you-
I don't think they beat the Baltimore Ravens.
I'm gonna tell you something right now. Don't let my
Ravens are
boy.
rough.
Hey, don't let my boy Robert Quinn get a hold of Brady on Sunday, man. He might take him out the game. That boy is a monster, man, off the line. He is quick and strong. Hey, don't let him get to Brady, man. He might put him out the game.
Man, you guys ain't getting the Brady. Brady, y'all finna see the difference between Dak Prescott and Tom Brady.
Bro,
Oh,
it's going to be, let me
great.
tell you guys something right now. Everybody's talking about the Saints and the 49ers. It's going to be the Seattle Seahawks, bro, are going to win the NFC.
Whoa.
Niners are overrated, man. Big time.
Yeah, they overrated. That Jimmy G guy, he's overrated. They're gonna get busted in the mouth again by Seattle. That was a great game too.
Well, guess
That
who they got
Seattle
Sunday?
game was out excellent.
They got Aaron Rodgers this Sunday, man. It's gonna be a cheese fest.
Now, but I hate both teams, so I'm like, I hate the Niners and I hate them, so I want them both to lose.
Like, the Saints are good. Like, they're a good balanced team. But I don't know, man. They haven't looked that impressive the last few weeks. The 49ers, I know they're winning, but like I've been watching their games and
They played.
Yeah, like I'm not that impressed.
Right, they the Lakers. They just like the Lakers. They played yet.
They ain't played nobody, man. Bunch of chain snatching, purse snatching.
and the Ravens are a problem, bro. Okay.
Yeah, I agree
If
with
they
that.
stay healthy, I don't think anybody beats them.
That is true. The Ravens have looked good on both sides of the ball. No one expected Jackson to look this good. And that's funny is they have every expert in the world that was monitoring them. Every quarterback, every NFL expert. Well, Lamar Jackson, he's just his passing game ain't there yet, and he's this and that. He's not gonna. Then he comes out, he's destroying in the passing game as well as running. They're like, he was like,
you know what though?
Haven't you not noticed?
I mean, there's guys that could run and play quarterback, but like this guy he's like a running back with an arm, bro.
Yeah, he was actually working on his game. He knew where his weakness was and wanted to strengthen that specifically.
Yeah,
so he spent months working while everybody else was partying, having a good time. Because this is why people normally go to the NFL because they have the longest break of any sport ever. They got like months after January. Most people are done. You don't see them no more till like August.
Look, this dude is. It's not just that he's a dual threat because there's a lot of dual threats in the NFL.
Yeah,
it's just that his running is so superior to anyone else that plays quarterback. Okay, that's because other guys could run, you know what I mean? But this guy could really run. But then you take that and he's throwing the ball very good, like scary good. And I don't know if anyone could stop that. And it's not just that. The line is good. Like, defense is good. Like, if
you look at the categories for most valuable player in the NFL now, it shows you that the game has changed.
Yeah.
And you look at Lamar Jackson, Russell Wilson, Patrick Mahomes, Christian McCaffrey.
That dude's my homie. He's my home.
Christian McCaffrey. Those are the leading four right now for most valuable player. Those guys.
And you're going with the Patriots.
Right. And you got three of those guys are mobile quarterbacks that run and get out of the pocket and mix it up. And then you got three of them are black, and the white guy is the running back. When have you ever seen that?
Hey, by the way, I will say though that McCaffrey's good, bro.
Yeah, he's good. I mean, his father was good. They raised him. I didn't think he would make it. I didn't think he would make it this far. I thought he'll be more of a slot back, a guy who caught passes out of the backfield and just go. You know, I thought they would put him there because I was like, he's too small. He's gonna get broken up. These guys.
I mean, I don't think he's gonna have a long career. You know, in fairness, but
I didn't think he was there when he first came in the league. But he came up in NFL.
I mean,
his dad is Easy Ed McCaffrey from the Broncos.
Yeah.
Look at how long Darren Sproles played. Man, he's a small guy too. You know.
Yeah, he just got hurt. It's time for him to retire, though, man.
Yeah.
He ain't got no more. But bless you.
Yeah. By the way, you think people are overlooking what Mahomes did in the start of the season when they're talking MVP?
No, they didn't. It's just looking at the team. It's like, okay, he's getting a lot of yards and it's archaic and he's in conversation, but it's not really constituting into winning the game.
By the way, did someone kidnap the defensive players of the team? I haven't seen the defense.
They never had it, and that was the thing. The Chiefs didn't have it last year. They never had defense. That's the thing about them. They are all about offense.
Well, why can't Reed just hire a dude that's a really good defensive coordinator? I just don't get it.
It's never been a part of the philosophy, man.
The guys who play good defense, they say, you know what? You guys were great last year. Just give us one more year like that. He's like, wait a minute, I'm supposed to get paid. Yeah, but we want to pay these wide receivers. they look great when they go down the end zone. But what about me? I want to get paid. And the other team like, look, we'll pay you that. Cool, I'm gone. All right, well, we'll get another guy in there.
Hey, speaking of, what's your opinion on Josh Allen, the Bills? Like, I have my critiques, but what do you think?
I think he's all right. I think he's decent, but I think he needs time. But he's coming into his own. The Bills, this is probably the best they've been in years. And I've told people that this is a sleeper team. I got the wide receiver in fantasy football. Nobody know Brown, but I was like, yeah, I got him on my fantasy team. And
he got like 40-something points last one. Yeah.
Yeah. He made me look really good. I was like this because I told him I was like, he's young.
But you know what?
Guy that gets open. But their offense and offensively, they are a threat. And they are definitely fast, and they are coming. Their problem is they're just young. A lot of them are young, and they just need time to gel. Give this team a year or two, they're going to be the guys going to the AFC championship games and compete.
Let me tell you, bro. Okay, Singletary's good. Okay, the running back. They only hand the ball to him like 5 times a game for some reason, but you know, but he's good. I do like Gore for the short yardage plays, but that dude.
Yeah, but they should play Gore more. I think they should be playing Gore a lot more than what they doing. When they were doing it earlier, they were winning.
When Gore has a run longer than 10 runs, he has to go back to the sidelines with a limp, bro. Okay, this dude. I'm not even joking. He has like a limp after running 10 yards.
They got the oxygen tank ready as soon as he gets to the sidelines, bro.
So he's doing what he can. I like him for the short because it's hard to stop Gore for 1 yard. You know what I mean? So I like him for that. I like Singletary. I like the offense. The only thing is that I do like Josh Allen is the weak link of that team. Right, and I'm the reason I say that, like, this dude wants to score on every play. It's 3rd and 1, and he's throwing it downfield, like, you know, like Singletary's open.
That's the offensive coordinator fault. But the thing is with him is Josh Allen. You got to know what kind of quarterback you have. And
now, here's the other thing. So
yeah,
he could run. Okay, dude could run.
Right,
and he's big. But he thinks he's invincible or something. Like he wants to run into like the lineman for an extra yard or something. He don't believe in like sliding or something. You know, it's just you already got concussed, like, you know. And I don't know, man.
The problem with it is that, like I said, it's the coordinator. They got to understand, like, we got to make plays designed for Josh Allen. Actually, the fact that he's doing that is inspiring the team. When he did that, you see how they rallied behind him. And how hard they played before him. Normally, the old Buffalo teams, they would just been gave up. They thinking about the offseason. They actually care about Josh Allen.
Now let's talk about the Cowboys. Look, I gotta be honest. I'm just gonna be honest here.
Let's talk about it.
Let me say this, bro. That team is top 3 most talented team in the league. Top
on
3.
paper.
Definitely on paper,
like that team, bro. Like you know how many quarterbacks would die to have that receiver core and to have freaking Zeke as a running back. You know what I mean? Like they would love to have that. And in fairness, Dak, okay, Dakota, all right. You know, in fairness, he's playing really good actually. You know what I mean? But bro, like they're not using Zeke properly. Like they're not. Okay.
Well, to a degree, you're right.
They're not using it right, bro. Like they're right. They're using them the way you just use a regular running back. Like, why are you going to give this guy a record-breaking contract? You're going to have him run down the middle for 3 yards. You know, like it just doesn't make sense to me. Like, well, I just don't get it, bro. And
I know what's wrong with Zeke, but we'll get into that. I'm gonna critique all of this for you.
Well, hold on to that. G-Funk. Yeah. Well, what is it to what I say? Like, I just think they're an underachieving team right now. I just got to be honest.
And well, you could call them underachieving. I just call them Dallas Cowboys. This is what they do.
Well, hold on to that thought. But go ahead.
I think really the real problem is the coach, man. The guy, he sucks. Yeah, Coach Clapp. You know, he's never got these guys prepared. They come out flat every game, except for the Eagles game. Is the only game that they came out and started quick because of what the coach said about we're gonna go in there, we're gonna win the game, and you know, I mean, if another coach it can get you guys going, I think that's a problem. You know, like your own coach can't get you going, but somebody else's coach could get you going. You know, but as far as the talent goes, it just I don't know, man. It really, I think the defense is what's letting us down more than anything this year. They're just getting behind teams, and then you know we got to catch up. I mean, but you know, I got to give Dak Prescott some credit. I'm not the biggest Dak supporter, but he's played pretty well. He surprised me this year with what he's been doing. You know, he's close to right now. He's on pace for throwing for over 5,000 yards this year. So, you know, he's played well. I got to give it to him. You know, I was thinking it was going to be Zeke Eaton all year long. But you know, teams have geared up to stop the run. So
he's already ate.
Yeah. so Prescott is you know, he's done his job pretty well, man. I have to give him credit. But if we could just get the damn defense and offense to play a good game the same time, you know, like I think we'd be all right, you know, but it just hasn't happened yet. These guys just can't get on the same page in the same game, you know. It's either the offense sucks or the defense plays good, or the defense sucks and the offense plays good. And our special teams has been an abomination this year, man. Terrible special teams this year.
Yep. And I'm going to tell you why. Right now, the problem is Jerry Jones has too much, him and his son has too much control over the coaches and what they wanted run, how they wanted the game should be played. And that's why Garrett still has his job. And they haven't even extended his contract. They want him to play as if he can, like he's worried about a job or something. But Jerry is controlling everything. He knows he brings another coach in there. It's the same Jimmy Johnson situation. Parcells wanted control like he was promised he would be able to GM. Jerry's like, whoa, there is no GM. I'm that.
I'm the GM, yeah.
Right. He's like, no, we had this worked out. He's like, no, I said I'll think about it. Parcells, okay, well, you gotta let me go because this is we're not gonna do anything here. I can't work with what you gave me.
Jones just need to hire some football guys, sit his ass up in his luxury box and shut his mouth. All right, let those guys do their job.
Control it. Ever since the biggest problem y'all ever had was winning with Barry Switzer. Ever since y'all won with Barry Switzer, he thinks, see, I can just put any coach in there and win.
Mm-hmm.
I brought my buddy in and win. I know what I'm doing. I don't need Jimmy Johnson. It was
that was Johnson's team, though. That's the thing. Like Jimmy built that team, and he just threw one guy in there, and they won another Super Bowl with him. You know?
And they haven't won since. And doing it the Jerry way. It was not one a thing. And this is the problem right now. He paid Zeke all that money, but the biggest problem is he paid DeMarcus Lawrence all that money. Lawrence has been the biggest disappointment of the year.
Hasn't shown up at all. Yeah.
Has not shown up. He has like maybe one play a game. and he has too many times on big plays and big possessions. He's come up empty. This Dallas team on paper should have about 1, maybe 2 losses. Period. There's no way they should have 4 losses and be in dogfights with teams and lose to the Jets, the New York Jets, who had like a backup quarterback in. I'm like, how did this happen?
Yeah,
Well, I mean, to be
That's
completely
the worst
honest,
loss of
we
the season.
we had a lot of guys out that game. I mean, Cooper barely played. We had Tyron Smith, our best offensive lineman, was out. We had a couple guys on
it was
defense.
the Jets, bro. The Jets.
Okay, I mean, hey, we didn't. I mean, it's not an excuse. They were out. We should have won the game, no doubt about it. Even with those guys out, they played like shit, man, and they deserve to lose that game.
Well, this has been a great show. But we are at the top of the hour, past it. So
D-Style, we gotta do commentary on that game. But Bills Cowboys, man. I'm down if you are.
Oh yeah.
maybe a post game. If the Bills win, I'm here.
Okay. I'm here, win, lose, or draw, man. I'm a Cowboy to the
Guy
death.
outside. This guy would never come outside ever. The Dallas Cowboys brought this man outside. That guy had on a Donaldson Jets. I'm like, I didn't even know they made Jets jerseys for fans. I'm like, I gotta get a picture with you. People won't believe you exist.
Bro, the Jets
Came outside into the Dallas Cowboy game.
the Jets' new uniform looks like the Rough Riders uniform from the CFL, bro. And I think they belong in the CFL this year. And I swear to God, look it up, Rough Riders CFL.
Nah, the Redskins and the Bengals need to be in the CFL this year. Those teams are terrible.
Oh yeah, I think the Skins. I mean, Cincinnati Bengals. They don't even care about winning the game. They don't care. Like, dude, do you want pride? Do you want to win at least one game?
Dude,
nah.
Did you see what Lamar Jackson did to the Bengals, bro?
Bro,
I mean,
you might
that
as well played a
was,
JV high school team that game, bro. That was
bro, that
Oh,
was
God.
like, you know when
It's
the
so
ref
bad.
stops a fight because dude's had enough. Like, I thought the ref should have stopped this game. That's it. It's over. Like,
Yeah. Oh my God. It's
they benched them after the third quarter, bro. They were like, yeah, this game's over. Sit
Forget
out.
don't risk
they-
injury. Just set them out.
It was
But-
that bad, man. I'm like, and we got it worse. I mean, with Mitch Trubisky here in Chicago, man. I mean, the Bears, they can't tolerate this. Something's got to happen.
I like Cohen though. He's getting me points in fantasy, but
Hey, we got the Bears this year too, man. We got them.
Yep.
We play. I think that game is in Chicago too. I think.
Is it?
I think so.
if it's windy or fog, you guys are in trouble. We know the Dallas Cowboys can't play.
Hey, I think we're gonna let Daniels like play out the rest of the season. We're gonna ride this fake injury that they gave Rich to sit him down.
Yeah, we play outdoors.
It's
We
like,
play
hey,
outdoors. in the cold.
we don't want to admit we fucked up. But, yeah, we fucked up. So let's set it out.
Yeah. Every newspaper here in Chicago reminds them that they that they could have had Deshaun Watson or they could have had
Look at these headsets, bro.
Patrick Mahomes.
I could have coached the Cowboys in the midnight. Okay, just give the ball to Emmett. Okay.
Yeah.
Dump it off to the flat.
This was me. I was just in the skybox at the Bears game. I was up there chilling in the skybox section and listening to all the fans ready to kill the quarterback.
Well, with that said, this has been a great show. We're going to roll out. Thanks to Garcino, Apple Type earlier, and of course, G Funk for joining me tonight.
Right.
Thanks for having me. Had a ball.
We didn't keep it boxing here, but it's all right. Okay. This is D-Style. We're out. Peace.
We out. Peace.